and as for a lot of people on board too, as soon as I stepped on board, I could see people who recognized me, both passengers and crew members, and they're looking at me like, wait, you're here, but why are you here?
Right.
And then I'm just like, yeah, I'm cruising, living the good life, making videos. A lot of people knew I was in mid-contract as well, so people were asking like, well, what's going on with you? What's my situation? And it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm not really allowed to say, but I'm kind of doing my thing right now. I'm a passenger, at least for these 4 days, and I'm going to be making videos. So it's been a nice surprise. Just the conversations I've had with even people like yourselves, and seeing a lot of my former colleagues, good friends of mine, just to see them again and have good conversation. This trip's been so good for me.
Yeah.
And it almost helps every time I meet people who really appreciate what I do when it comes to making my content. It really reassures what I'm doing. Like the cruising community that I've managed to build online. It's like sometimes you forget. Sometimes you just see numbers on a screen. Yeah, it's nice, like, oh, views, subscribers, whatever. But when you meet these people on board the ships who take the time to come up to me, shake my hand, you want to take a picture, they just want to talk, whatever, take me out to dinner, great. Like, it's so nice, and it gives me the drive again to really just keep doing what I'm doing, even though sometimes it's difficult. Yeah, sometimes I feel like, oh, maybe I don't want to do this anymore,
right.
Or maybe I need to keep working on board the ship as a crew member for a little bit longer, because I did announce that this was going to be my last contract as well, which a lot of people on board knew when I came here. So people were confused as to, oh, did you already quit or not? So it's been kind of a unique experience for me overall, being a passenger on this ship, but overall just one of the best things I could have done.
Yeah.
To come on board for this 4-day showcase.
Well, like I said earlier, I mean, you're really good at the YouTube content. I mean, you've built this brand, this channel, and we enjoy it. I mean, and we run into, I mean, a lot of people that mention, Chris,
Yeah.
and maybe not cruisers. I mean, this is people that have watched the channel. We know Chris. We've been several times with Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And like there night in Coastal, the lady had a picture from you like 2 years ago.
The people sitting next to us in the restaurant had a photo with me
and heard your voice.
Icon Up the Seas 2 years ago.
It is an iconic voice.
Yeah, and said, "Is this you?"
Yeah.
So
I've been told that a lot. People they gravitate towards my accent.
Yeah.
Which I've managed to use to my advantage a little bit, because it's quite unusual sometimes online to see like, oh, this Asian kid's got like a full-on British accent.
Right.
So people are just curious to know and listen.
How did that happen?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's Liverpool, not Manchester.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, overall, being a passenger has been met my expectations and exceeded it.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for my next cruise.
Do you have it planned out?
It's in the works.
Yeah.
It's in the works. So that's why I said I'm not even really sure as to what I'm going to be doing next year, whether I will continue my contract for the remainder of what I was supposed to do, or if I should just call it quits now, which I was going to do eventually anyway,
right,
after Allure, and just make the move now, because there's a lot of opportunities already hitting up my inbox every day.
Yeah.
Say we are looking forward to your travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the support's been amazing. Of course, I'm very aware that a lot of people watch me because I am an active crew member working on board the ship. It's why my audience built. But I am lucky enough that people have followed me because of who I am now and my brand. And no matter what I do, whether I'm working on board the ship, whether I'm doing generic traveling, whether I'm just hanging out with friends, doing something completely non-related to cruising or traveling, there are people who will watch whatever it is that I'm up to. And I'm very lucky in that aspect.
Well, this has been a great 4 days with you. I mean, for us, because we've talked in the casino for hours before. I mean, just over the years. But this week we've actually been able to go to dinner. I think the last time on Icon we had a slice of pizza together. I mean, that was during your break. We had outside Sorrento, so we were able to chit chat a little bit and talk and get
Yeah, we sure did.
And outside of the casino, but it's been nice this week to be able to learn more about you,
Yeah.
and hopefully you learn more about us, and build that friendship even more so. So
Yeah, I think so. And that's why the transition from crew member to passenger is a good story arc, I think.
yeah,
And I can't wait to just see what I do for the rest of this year. I've enjoyed hearing all the tips from you guys, building your status up.
yeah.
When was your first Royal Caribbean cruise?
So I did one right out of college.
What year was that?
Is actually interesting. Is 1 year anniversary of 9/11. So it's 2002, September 2002, and that was on Explore the Seas. It was, I think, not even a year old when I was on there.
So 2002 was your first cruise,
Yeah.
and then you turned
Not
Pinnacle.
and then we didn't do another cruise until 2008, 7.
Right.
So we got married in
So there was a gap.
2006.
Right.
So the 2007, she'd never been on a cruise, and I did my second one on Liberty.
And then
Okay.
we became obsessed.
So really, that's when it started.
And then it turned in from 1 cruise to 2 cruises a year to 3 cruises to 4 cruises. And the reason it
Yeah.
continued, we were flying down to Florida 3 times a year, and I was like, well, why don't we do back-to-backs?
Yeah.
And cut 1 flight out. So we
Yeah.
did 3 cruises, and we did back-to-back and 1 single cruise, and then turned into 4, and then turned into 6, and then
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
expanded. And really, Restart is kind of when we started going. Well, you mentioned earlier the double points. That was beneficial, and so we did a lot of that. But that ended in 2003, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 2023. And
Well, what I was going to ask was, how long was that period to become Pinnacle? Like, how many years?
we were Diamond Plus way before the pandemic, and then we finally hit Pinnacle 3. So it's 2002 or 2022. June 2022, and we picked Adventure to get Pinnacle because that's our restart ship.
Okay.
And we needed a loyalty ambassador, and truly, I mean, kind of we mentioned earlier, we picked because you would be on a ship. We when we're booking a cruise,
Right.
we would book that cruise because to spend time with that person, that staff member, we became friends and family with.
Basically becomes our second family.
Yeah.
You guys, you guys make the ship.
We have our friends at home, and we have our ship friends too.
Yeah, the relationship between crew and passengers on a cruise ship is just different to any other kind of hospitality experience. Whether it's a resort on land or whether you're at a theme park, the relationship crew member on a ship to the passenger is next level.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how many of the same people I keep bumping into, no matter what ship it is. No matter where it is in the world, I will see the same people, the same faces, and we recognize each other. It's a small fleet in a way, but it's a big fleet at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I love about this industry,
Yeah.
and it's why it's even after being a crew member, it's why I will still continue to cruise, just because of that relationship. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we keep coming back. I know as much as we cruise, we're gonna bump into you again as a passenger.
Oh, for sure.
We're gonna have to make sure we plan some stuff together as passengers.
Well, that as well, yeah.
And but like I said, in Europe, we're gonna do next June, so we'll have to figure that out too. Maybe you can jump on one of them.
Yeah, Europe. Europe's my favorite right now, I think, when it comes to cruising.
Because you can help us figure out where we're going. We won't know where we're at. So
There's a lot of sightseeing.
Do you think you'll try out other companies than just Royal?
I think so.
Yeah.
At some point, maybe not immediately, but I'm intrigued by Virgin. I've only heard positive things about that.
Right.
So maybe.
And no pets, so that's wonderful.
yeah.
So I don't have a cruise schedule, so it's hard for me to say where I'm going to be, when I'm going to be, but I just want to explore as much of this industry as possible and really grow my brand to even bigger heights than what it is now. And I think I do have to try out other cruise lines to make that happen.
That's what we've only done Royal, but we've talked about doing Celebrity, but like we said, we have our son. So
Plus our perks.
yeah,
Work
but
with Celebrity.
now Celebrity recognizes Pinnacle, so we would be Zenith on Pinnacle, or I'm sorry, Celebrity.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Yeah, so it's
Not in the casino though.
no, yeah, because the blue chip. I think they had talked about combining or merging the.
There's been talks about that for a while, but
I think
as of right now, nothing has happened. So I'm not really sure, to be honest.
So it's we talked about trying that. But it's there's not as many kids, and like I said, our son being a teenager, I don't think he enjoys celebrity. Yeah, so it's not.
It's not really designed for kids, I would say.
Right. So
I think kids do go on from time to time, but not like Royal.
Right. So that might be in our future. But you said Virgin. I've always thought Virgin would be if I went to another ship or company. I mean, outside of the RCL company.
I think so. Yeah. I think it would be very enjoyable and just a completely different experience to compare.
Yeah.
I mean, Royal will still be the center and the main cruise line that obviously we do, but it will be good to try out the other ones and make those comparison videos. I look forward to doing that actually.
Yeah.
And trying the food.
Yeah.
That's always the most exciting part, trying the food.
That was something that was interesting there. I learned the other day about England from you. I was so excited to go get my food in England.
Yeah.
Nope, no.
No, I was like, food in the UK sucks. Like, it's not my favorite in the slightest, and most people from the UK will agree with me as well.
Yeah.
You know, we have good drinking culture. You'll have the best time drinking, but food culture, yeah, it's not really a UK thing. But in London, you will find good food because London has to have good food. It's the capital
Being
of our
such a
country.
big city.
I know, and it's so diverse. But just the UK in general, because for me, London is not the UK. For me, the UK is everything outside of London.
Like Manchester.
Yeah. London is a...
You know, you had to throw that in there.
Exactly.
Oh, Bianca's gonna love it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, for me, like I said, London is just a busy city that could be anywhere in the world. But everything outside of London, that's the real UK, and it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe. You might see some of Southampton if you have time. Maybe.
Yeah. My goal is to go in 3 or 4 days early.
Yeah.
And kind of ride the tube, as you said, there.
Yeah. So you'll experience London.
Go around.
Yeah, you'll experience London. You'll experience Southampton, and you'll see a difference straight away.
Yeah.
I would say Southampton's more realistic of what the UK is compared to what you're doing.
Maybe spend a little bit of time in London and a couple of days in Southampton.
Yeah, or maybe one day. Southampton.
There's not a whole lot to see then.
There's not a whole lot to see there.
Yeah.
Spend as much time as you can in London before you come to Southampton. That's the advice I would give you.
Okay.
Before doing your UK cruise.
Yeah.
All right.
What would be your favorite staff memory? Favorite thing that's ever happened or...
Oh, my first day. My first day on board. So before working on a ship, I had never been on a cruise ship. I never went on a trip with the family or anything. I'd never even heard of Royal Caribbean. I was just told, oh, this is the ship you're going on. And it's like, okay, because my first job was in the shops. So I wasn't always in the casino. So the first job I had, I was working for what's called a concessionaire. It's like a third-party retailer company.
Okay.
It's not actually Royal Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
So this retailer sends their staff out to the cruise ships, and they can literally send you out to any cruise ship, any cruise line that they work with. So after I went through the application process and got the job, you find out the ship that you're going on, not by choice. They just tell you, you're going on this ship. So when I got the email, it basically said Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas. And I went straight to Google, what is Independence of the Seas? What is Royal Caribbean? I had no idea.
Did your parents think you were crazy?
Yeah, well, they didn't fully understand. I didn't tell them that I applied. I kind of told them after I got the job. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to be moving on to a cruise ship. And then I remember Mum just being like, so you're not going to come home? And I was like, no, we kind of live on there for 6 months. But they were cool. They were just happy I got a job.
Yeah.
I mean, I just graduated from university. So I was like, yeah, I got a job. They're thrilled.
Yeah.
It's not so easy to get a job, coming out of university these days for young people. So I remember just going on board for the first time in Southampton, just seeing the ship, thinking, oh, okay, this is what a cruise ship is. And then the assistant manager came and got me, took me up to the gangway, and I remember just seeing the I-95 for the first time, which is our crew highway, as we call it. It's basically the crew area that runs underneath the ship that gives us access to all the guest areas.
Runs the whole length of the ship, pretty much, doesn't it?
Exactly. It gives us access to everywhere we could need to go.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing my cabin for the first time. They took me up to the promenade, and I was thinking, oh, so this is where I'm going to be working, looking at the shops. And I remember my second day when we have to do our training. So there is a lot of training when you're a new hire. Trainings almost every day for a month straight. And I remember my second day, I finished one of my training classes and I went to the crew bar, and it's all open deck. And I remember seeing the ocean, the sea for the first time, and just thinking, whoa, like this is, like how can I just go from my hometown and now I'm like here? Like it was such a surreal experience. So my first contract, my first week on board will always be probably like happy moments, nerve-wracking moments, like all the emotions, because I really didn't even know what I signed up for.
Yeah.
I certainly didn't think it was going to be a huge career move for me. It was just something, like I said, I just needed a job. I came out of university.
You said it was 2013?
2013.
Yeah.
And I was happy just to be making money.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking, oh, is this a long-term career for me? Am I going to switch jobs at some point? It turned out to be the best decision of my life, really. And obviously I wasn't making YouTube videos back then,
Right.
but the memories I have from contract number one, and every crew member will tell you this, the memories you have from your first contract are the ones that really stand out to you. And years after from now, when it's all said and done, and I've officially walked away from the company, and it's been a while, I will always remember the good times from my first contractors as the ones that will just be at the core front of everything.
Yeah.
Because you went from the shops to the art gallery to the casino.
Yeah, which was obviously never part of the plan.
Right.
In fact, the actual plan was to just do one contract working on a ship and then come home and look for a career at home.
Right.
A job, a real job, as that's at least somewhat related to the university degree that I had. But then I kind of got sucked into it because I had such a good first contract. I decided to do a second contract. And then I had an opportunity to move to the art gallery, which was an opportunity I wanted to try. Moved to that, and then ultimately there was an opportunity for me to move to the casino, which was officially working for Royal Caribbean. It wasn't a concessionaire independent company. So making that decision to move to Royal full time was a much better decision, I think, overall.
Yeah.
That's when the YouTube channel started.
I was gonna say, you just keep having doors open for you, and that's nice.
Yeah,
It's just-
opportunities just kind of opened and presented itself to me, and I took the ones that I thought
They've been great.
was best.
So if you could pick one thing on the ship that you haven't done,
Job-wise,
what job would you pick?
Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris
right.
Wong.
I mean, it's hard to say. What else would I move to now? Because I wouldn't. If I was going to stick out working on ships for, let's say, another few years, I would just be staying in the casino, just doing my thing now. I built up my reputation here now.
Is there a path from host to casino manager, or is that a completely separate
no.
path? Okay.
No. I mean, casino management role, I would have to. Yeah, you ultimately have to be a dealer first and work your way up.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's.
Or you could learn the ways of being one of the pit bosses, the supervisors, and then work your way up. But I can't directly go to management from casino host.
Yeah. Do they have to have, if they had land-based casino experience, could they come into a assistant manager position? Or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because being the host and being part of the loyalty program is very different when it comes to managing actual gaming operations, let's call it. I actually wouldn't know the first thing to do really when it comes to managing the casino itself.
Right.
I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to the loyalty program, but everything else that happens outside of the loyalty program is not my area of expertise. So that would be a very different role.
Yeah. I got some rapid fire questions here.
Okay.
I've been thinking about.
Let's do it.
Okay.
He's like, I'm on. Let's do this.
Most points earned by someone in a 7-night cruise.
Most points earned in a 7-night cruise. I'm not allowed to give you the exact number, but it's over 100,000 points.
Okay.
Someone became masters in one cruise, and I've seen that more than once.
Well, I have a friend I know. He got 51,000 one day, or in 2 days.
Right.
So I know when I was on Icon last year with you,
Hard Rock
people came over.
Yeah, they were
Hard
intense
Rock.
players.
Yeah, there were some big time players. There was one guy betting 250 a spin on Dragon Links, and 125
That'll do it, yeah.
on 10-time play.
Yeah.
And he actually hit video poker for $50,000 on 10-time play at $125 bet, $5 denom. He got, or, 5-time play. So it was $125 spin or hand or whatever. And he hit four deuces with an ace kicker or something like that. Yeah,
that's some serious play. Yeah. That cruise was no joke. I was so busy that cruise.
Yeah. There was some big time
I don't want to do that again.
Yeah. Second one, biggest jackpot you've seen hit?
Biggest jackpot I've seen hit was on Quantum this year, which was, I forgot exactly how much it was. It was around the 70,000 mark.
Yeah.
That's not the highest we've ever had in our casinos, but it's the highest I've ever seen. Personally, stood there, the woman was spinning, 70,000 plus came up on the screen, and I was like...
Do you remember what she was betting?
Oh, I mean, she was playing Dragon Link, but
That's my favorite.
I forget exactly.
When they're betting the 88 cents and they hit that big jackpot, I'm like, how does that not happen for me?
Yeah. It wasn't a huge bet. It really wasn't a huge bet. I remember the talk as everyone was looking like, how did she possibly win that?
Yeah.
Betting such a small amount. It wasn't even that small, but in comparison to what you would think you'd have to bet to hit something like that, it was around the 70,000.
All right. Favorite ship you've been on?
Independence.
For work.
Just because the first contract I ever worked on, those sentimental reasons.
Like you said earlier,
Independence, by far not the best ship in our fleet. Very outdated now, in my opinion, Freedom class, but my favorite ship.
Yeah, I was just on Independence a few months ago.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, when I was really shocked, I got an Enchantment, and Enchantment was still looked brand new.
Oh yeah.
Inside, yeah. In the outside, not so much, but inside. And I love how have you been on Enchantment?
No, never.
Okay.
I've never
how they stretched that. That's the ship they stretched.
Right.
They cut the section out.
Right.
They put the most unique pool bar out there, because usually there's a pool bar on each side. But this one I have a tour. If you want to check it out, but it shows the pool bar runs the whole length of that stretched section.
Oh yeah.
So you can look at the pool or look outside of the ship. So it's like an oval bar. It's a really cool bar.
Yeah.
What else was there? I had like 6
I would
questions.
try that as a passenger.
Yeah, it's
I would
interesting.
try that as a passenger.
Yeah,
It's a great ship.
Yeah,
He's moving on. From that
favorite restaurant on board any ship?
I had a great experience at 150 Central Park.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we did that when the shutdown happened, and that first week on board, us crew members were quarantined on the ship before anyone got infected, and we were free to walk around the ship and do whatever we want. They did open up the restaurants for us that first week, and I remember going to 150 Central Park with one of my buddies from the casino, and the meal was awesome.
Yeah, we did it on Allure. The first year Allure was out, and we did the pairing menu, and that was an amazing menu.
But we didn't realize we were getting charged.
Yeah, we didn't realize. I thought it was the total price, but I didn't realize that was on top of the original price.
Yeah. I feel you.
Because we did the wine pairing.
And it was a different menu. You actually got a menu that had your name written at the top, and every other night was different.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, actually,
that's cool.
A lot of the food now is in Coastal Kitchen. It's the same. The food they serve now is served throughout the week in Coastal Kitchen.
Right.
So, favorite port in the U.S. or not U.S. but in the non-Europe Caribbean. That's a tough one.
I mean, again, going back to my first contract on Independence, we did the transatlantic crossing from Europe to the Caribbean, and me and my friends at the time working in the shops. This was all of our first contracts working on board the ship, and it was all of our first times ever going to the Caribbean. So we just did the crossing, 9 days at sea, which for us crew members, we're literally working for 9 days straight, all day, every day. And I remember getting off in St. Martin and just seeing land after 9 days. And me and all of my friends, like, you would think after 9 days straight, like working, we'd just be knackered. But, we were so excited to get off the ship and see this brand new destination that was new for all of us. So getting to experience that with my new friends, which we had just made, because we all decided to work on the cruise ship. All of us first contracts, seeing this place for the first time, experiencing that together with them. St. Martin holds a special memory because of that reason right there.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of your videos with Alaska. It looked like you guys had some fun, like seeing the waterfall and
Yeah, I mean,
losing the drone.
I've been very lucky.
Yeah, was it Luis that lost the drone?
Yeah, that was a good
Jumping in the water, the cold water.
That was a good hike. That was a good hike. But in general, I've been very lucky with the ships that I've worked on. Compared to other crew members, I've seen a lot of the world.
Yeah.
Like really, there's only certain areas of the world now which I haven't seen. So I could pick probably favorite moments out of different parts of the world: Europe, Asia, Australia, the Caribbean. But still, just the first memories of me, it will always be the favorites.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you just hit a point there. I mean, a lot of memories. I mean, there's a lot of, you've been able to see a lot of the world, essentially.
Yeah, literally.
The fact that you've never been on a cruise ship or anything.
To go from that to see the whole, a lot of amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just assumed you had been on as a child traveled or
never
been on a cruise ship.
Yeah, me and my family never did that.
But I didn't do one until after college. I never.
Sure.
We did Disney World and stuff like that in the U.S.
Our son started cruising
Myrtle Beach,
Daytona Beach. And now he's 16 years, and I'm like,
exactly.
A lot of cruises in there. Okay, now you just said the Caribbean, U.S. kind of favorite European port. Or have you done Australia? Have you done New Zealand, Australia?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you
very briefly, but I did one season of that on Quantum. But favorite port in Europe? Yeah, that's tough because there's so many different countries that you go to.
Yeah.
Greece will be a significant moment for me because I had never been there before working on ships.
Mm-hmm.
So before ships, I had been on family holidays to places like Spain, Italy, France. But Greece was somewhere that I had never been to. And the first time I went there was on Explorer. Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing places like Santorini and Mykonos just thinking, wow, people dream about coming to these places and I just get to be here because it's my time off work. So Greece holds a very nice memory for me, and I had a great time just exploring those ports, and I'm looking forward to you getting to experience that
I'm looking
not
forward
so
to
distant future.
Like I said, we've been to Caribbean not too many times. I mean, but I'll tell you, one of the things we really enjoyed, and I was really shocked, was the Boston cruise going to Northeast up through Canada and Nova Scotia.
It's a great run.
And Bar Harbor, which we don't do Bar Harbor anymore, but it's
a great run.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Did it go to Bermuda too, or is that?
No, we've done the Bermuda out of Baltimore.
That's right.
Which now they're going to be out of Baltimore. Royal's pulling the ships out of Baltimore.
Yes, they are.
So.
Yes, they are.
Favorite crew bar.
Favorite crew bar?
Yeah.
Again, Independence of the Seas.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the crew bar on our older ships are more enjoyable than the crew bar on our newer ships.
Yeah.
Is it because there's so many of them on the?
Because I think the new ones have 3 or 4, right? Like Oasis class.
Because on our the social life on ships can vary from ship to ship, but the best memories I've had from when it comes to our social life comes from ships like Independence, Mariner, Explorer, as opposed to Icon, Star, Wonder, Utopia. It's hard to explain why, though. I think it's the layout of the bar. The crew bar is designed, I think, more in a social setting on our older ships compared to the newer ships. But the best crew bar was Independence of the Seas. I've had some of the best nights out of my life there. Good memories, a lot of drunken nights, good social nights out that the ship organizes for us. There was just something special about Independence where people, actually, I know what it is. Okay, so back when I first started working on ships in 2013, the crew internet was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could not use it for anything. So after work, crew members were not really on their phones on the internet.
Right.
It just didn't work for us. So we naturally just gravitated towards the crew bar, and we were almost forced to talk to each other. Yeah. Whereas that's not how it is today.
Right. Everybody's on their phone, watching YouTube and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. The Boom internet, the Starlink internet, even for us crew, is pretty good now. So a lot of crew members will just stay on the phones now, either in the cabin or even if they're in the crew bar, they will be on the phone just in the crew bar. So the social setting and life is different now, even compared to how it was back in the day.
Yeah.
What perks
Go
do
ahead.
you get as crew members? Are there any like discount on internet or discount on cruises or
Laundry.
laundry? Yeah, anything
Well,
you do.
I mean, laundry is free,
Okay.
but we do it ourselves.
Well,
So
Yeah,
we
you guys have a laundry.
We have a
I've seen
laundry
your
room.
video.
Yeah, we have a
you
laundry room.
room.
It's basically just a big room with washers and dryers, but
But they're free. You don't have to pay to use it.
we don't have to pay to do it. So we just go down. We find free time in our day to do it. That's hard to do. Yeah, most people will do it after work. They will just stay up after their shift and do it. They'll try and do it in between breaks, in the middle of the shift. Free gym, free food, no bills to pay. Those are the main perks.
Yeah.
Salary is fantastic for crew members who come from countries where once they convert because we get paid in US dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So for those countries where they convert US dollars back to their home currency, a lot of them are coming out way ahead. So that's why a lot of crew members stay on board for ships for as long as they do.
Mm-hmm.
For someone from the UK like me, it's not a huge perk turning US dollars back into UK
Right.
Great British pounds, but perks like that is, it's one of the reasons why I think I've stayed on ships for as long as I have, and just getting to enjoy the guest areas from time to time too. I learned so much about this industry just from being a crew member. Right. I knew nothing about the cruising industry before I came on board, and now I feel like I'm probably one of the most knowledgeable people you could come across, especially when it comes to Royal Caribbean cruises. So that, for me, ended up being a perk.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to create my online community with my YouTube channel wouldn't have come had I not been working on board the ship. So that, for me, is the best perk I could have asked for.
Right.
And the company got to the point where they allowed me to sort of do it for as long as I have. So I'm just super thankful for that.
Yeah.
But perks in general, discounts from the shops and the restaurants is like 20%.
Okay.
And we do get cheaper internet compared to you guys on when you have to buy an internet package, but still, it still adds up. Yeah. Yeah, especially me.
Especially all the
I'm
content.
buying so much crew internet. So I'm always buying the most expensive package for the crew. Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of that, I mean, I forgot about this earlier. One of the perks of Pinnacle and Masters, you get two devices of internet. Yeah. And then Pinnacle gets you an extra one. So, for example,
the duration of the cruise.
And Signature gets one device. Masters gets two devices.
Exactly.
So Prime does not get the internet perk.
Yeah, exactly. But but free travel obviously is the main perk.
Yeah.
The company also pays for our flights and tickets and things that we need to join the ship.
How about the hotel the night before?
And the hotel the night before. Okay. So transportation. So all of that's taken care of from the company. So that's a huge perk. But just like I said, I've been able to travel the world with this job. Yeah, it's the best perk I could have ever asked for.
Your video, first class video, that was the pod that you had going the last contract.
I mean, that wasn't a perk. I paid for that. But
I know it was not. That was a Chris Wong purchase.
Yeah, for sure.
The seat all stretched out.
Yeah,
like, this is life.
But we learned about it because when we left in June, we went from Harmony and Galveston to LA. Yeah, and to get on Navigator, and Carrie didn't get it, but she still had first class. But my son and I got the pods. We got upgraded to the pods, so we had the pods. Yeah, but that jet had like 60 pods on it. I mean, this jet was huge. I mean, it had 30 in front, and like they were split.
Yeah, that's sick.
It was nice, but
of course. I mean, when you fly business class, you kind of want it all the time.
Yeah. But after seeing your video, then I was like, yes, I get to experience the pods.
Yeah. It makes the biggest difference. Yeah. It really does.
The bad thing was it was only like a 2.5 hour flight.
Oh, that sucks.
But we got dinner and we got to watch a little bit of a TV show and a movie. So
it
was all good. Had a couple cocktails.
So you didn't make it into a bed, no?
I did.
Oh, just to
play around. Yeah. I tried every different position.
Yeah, you have to. You press every button on that chair. And
I videoed it, but it's in editing mode still. So
okay.
Which we talked about editing. But
so I guess one more. What's one ship that you haven't been on that you want to be on?
Oh, that is a great question. because I've worked on a lot of ships now.
Right.
I am curious to know what our smaller ships are like you said. When you were on Enchantment and seeing Grandeur yesterday, I'm curious to know what it's like, because I know it's a completely different vibe.
Yeah, I'm thinking you haven't been on, have you not been on a Centurium
No.
ship?
Smallest class of ship I've been on is Voyager class.
Yeah. So,
which is still a promenade.
Yeah, it's with the Centuriums are right before that, but it's a,
I like them.
we enjoy Serenade, Enchantment.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Well, it's,
I want to see it.
I'll tell you one, interesting story. I did Empress. They brought Empress back for a short period of time for Cuba.
Sure.
I got a casino offer. That was one of my first casino offers way back 2017 or whatever.
Yeah.
To go to Empress and talk about a small ship. Because I had been on Monarch, Majesty.
You were in the gym looking at the Windjammer.
The gym. I called her and I said, "Hey, I'm in the Windjammer. Here, I'm gonna walk the whole ship and I'll be at the
gym.
No, it wasn't the gym. It was the Windjammer to the Centurion, I guess." And I said, "Okay, I'm there." It was like less than a minute because it was so small.
But on that ship,
and they only had 3 elevators, I believe, 3 or 4 elevators, 2 on one end, 2 on the other end.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Every morning, bottomless mimosas.
Yeah, Bloody Marys in the Windjammer.
It was just.
It was part of the brunch.
See, like service like that is.
Yeah, the smaller ships you get more.
Yeah, that's why I want to see it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But one last question, Carrie.
I just did my one last question. It was the
okay.
One last question, Chris.
Yeah. What do you have? You have a question for us?
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard at this point. What haven't we talked about?
I know we've talked about a lot of stuff. What's your when you get to Pinnacle? What's the perk you're wanting to see the most or take advantage of?
I just want my pin.
Yeah, that's another thing. You get a Pinnacle pin.
Yeah, I
don't have mine on mine, but
I just want the gold pin, and you get a certificate and a block and everything.
And when you get your double Pinnacle, you don't get a second pin. It's just one pin. You don't get a double Pinnacle pin.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's your pin. I don't have mine on. So, well, I think that's it.
Yeah,
appreciate you joining us, Chris.
Yeah, this was fun.
Thank you so much.
It's always good to see you. And it's great to see you as a passenger.
Yeah, and
feels good.
To have that
we're looking forward to hopefully cruising again as a passenger.
I think so.
And we'll definitely make sure we make that happen.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. You can go ahead and do your outro if you want.
Oh, my outro?
Yeah, the one you want to do, the one you always do. Oh, I will link his channel below, and that way make sure you check out his channel, Chris Wong Vlogs on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, give that thumbs up for him. So same thing with mine. If you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. If you like what you saw, give us that thumbs up. Until next time, we'll see you on the next one.